because of you guys. And with that, we're expanding our class schedule. So right now, aside from the boot camp, the other classes just have one time slot. So for instance, kickboxing is only at 4:45 on Friday evenings. So if you just happen to have a job where you can't get off there, you're out of luck. You know, but a lot of people are calling about it and have interest. So now with the expansion upstairs, we can now add some more kickboxing times. We can add some more yoga times instead of just having it at noon here, which, by the way, was our first class at Mission Peak Fitness, was our yoga class. So Kim, thank you for the longest tenure ex-instructors, whatever. But so we're doing very well. A few people have asked, you know, is Mission Peak going to be around? Well, if the Lord continues to bless me with breath in my lungs every morning, yeah, because this is my life. The other thing is that we want to recognize some people who have been very instrumental in our success here. And the first person, he's near and dear to me. Gets on my nerves sometimes, but you know, we still love him all the same. You know, the problem is he's too tall. That's his problem. And you know, that creates a problem. But I'd like to bring out Mr. Michael Jones. Come on up, Mr. Jones.
You know I'm shy.
Come on up here.
Yeah, right.
I'm shy.
Mike and I.
That's why I left.
We have a history. This young man right here has, I'm very proud of him. You know, what he has done for us, the way that the Lord works is that last year when we started this, the Sunday before we opened that Monday, he called me and said, man, my job just let me go, whatever. And I was like, man, all of these hours I gotta work? Jesus Christ, how am I gonna do this? So he called me up that Sunday night and I was like, you. So he's like, anything you don't want to do? I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. He did all of that. Along the way, also learned to become a personal trainer. And has been one of the best instructors that we've had here. Some of you can testify. I'd like to say thank you very much for all your hard work.
I told everyone when I walked in that I was shy. I'm still shy. But I do want to thank everyone for supporting me, helping me become who I am. This opportunity has really put me in a situation where I really get to be myself. You know, I was always a sheltered guy. You know, I was an observant guy. I was one of those. To sit back and look at everything. But now I actually get to show my personality, and that's all because of you guys who was supporting me. And I'm very thankful. Thank you.
All right. I mentioned another instructor. I've been in the business for about 9 years, something like that. Started at 24 Hour Fitness as a personal trainer. Became the fitness manager and then the club manager before I came over here. Well, while as a club manager over at 24 Hour Fitness, I met this young lady, really liked her style. She was, you know, in a big corporation, like having professionals around you is really important because they make your life easier, you know? So an instructor that's always on time, calls if she's going to be late or gets your sub, or all of those little things are really big when you're trying to run a big business. So when we got here and we started this, we were just going to be a personal training center to let personal trainers come in and use the facility. After nobody showed up. Our motto changed. See, the one thing I've learned is in business, all businesses are in the same business. And that is they're in the business of staying in business. So I said, okay, since they're not coming, let's open it up a little bit. And the first person I thought up was Miss Kim Carroll. You would come up front for me, please. Kim is my yoga instructor. She has class on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon. And she also is going to be working with me to develop our kids program going forward. She's got some really good, wicked ideas of some boot camps for the kids. But she started with me back in, that was in March of last year, right? Yeah, the last week of March. And we've been growing since. And I'll tell you what, if any of you have not taken yoga, I never thought I would be standing in front of a class being an advocate for yoga. You know, I've had knee surgery, and my knees always hurt. Since I've been messing around with her, oh my gosh, man, I can actually play basketball pretty well again. So I'm very happy. I want to say thank you very, very much. We couldn't have done all this without you. You've been a catalyst for everything, and I really appreciate all your hard work. All right, this next young lady, I met her also at 24 Hour Fitness, and you know how you meet people and you don't really want to disturb them. You know, at the club you can see people when they're working out, they got that "leave me alone." That's not the words I really want to use, but we got kids around. The "leave me alone" face, you know. So, you know, I would tiptoe around her and, you know, pick up the weights and clean up and do things. And I think I kind of, you know, she got used to me a little bit. And I started talking to her a little bit and found out, man, she works out 2 or 3 hours a day. She's very, very dedicated. She knows what she's doing. She's in great shape. She has a wonderful personality. She's beautiful. Man, you got to spread some of that, you know? So I started talking to her about becoming an instructor, and you know, I ended up leaving 24 Hour Fitness, but later on she got in and has been wonderful, expanding all of the joy that she has and the wonderful, tough exercises that she comes with. We'd like to say thank you, Miss Kelly. Thank you very much. So Kelly does our kickboxing classes. Okay, so any guys that are interested in kickboxing, trust me, you really want to talk to her. She does a killer class. Right. And she does our boot camp classes on Mondays and Fridays at 5 and 6. 5 on Monday, 6 on Friday. Friday, yeah, 6 on Friday, all right. So really she's been very, very, very beautiful. I mean, to have the contrast, I mean, what she does in there, who is that, Michelle? Yeah, she's over there, like, you see her looking like, oh man. I used to thought I was a tough one, but you know, these ladies really just kicking my butt, so thank you very much for all that you bring to it. My other instructors aren't here yet. Desiree is my Zumba instructor. She's going to be here a little bit later, but I'd just like to acknowledge her. The whole thing about this is, we think about it is that there's a bigger power at work here because of how things have fallen in place. So one morning we're sitting here, Sarah and I, doing something, and Mike, I think Mike was here, I'm not sure yet. And Desiree, well no, I'm saying that time, because you come in later, that's what I'm saying. He's sleeping in the back. So this lady walks in, you know, and she's like, "Hi, I'm your new Zumba instructor." All right then, all right, you know, so we talked, we got, you know, vibe together. She came in, Desiree has taken our Zumba class. She was the first class that we had in the evenings. And so we started with her in the evenings. Well, we started with another instructor, but she came and took that over, and it's just been a wonderful, wonderful growth. All of you that have taken her class knows that Desiree kicks some butt. So I'd like to acknowledge all the work that she's put in, and we definitely want to lend her support for her. There's 2 others, Marianne and Nelson also do our boot camp classes. So what I wanted to do was make sure that to design a boot camp class that works for you guys, it can't be about me. Meaning that, yeah, I think I can kick your butt and do all this stuff, but I have a style. And if your body gets used to that, you're not going to get the results that you need going forward. So I brought in people who are better than me, like the Kellys of the world, the Mikes of the world, and the Mariannes and the Nelsons of the world, to give you a nice different contrast to keep you getting results. and all of them have their styles, and it's really been a wonderful, wonderful experience meeting all these people and working together with them like that. It's just been really a very wonderful experience. So thank you to all of the people who have helped us, and anybody that I missed. Of course, my partner, she's going to be saved for last. But everybody who's been a part of this, thank you very much. Now we have some special rewards or some special recognitions that we want to do. Sarah, can you bring that list up, please? Oh, you got it's in her head. So where do we start? Let me see. Maybe we start with a nice, fun one. All right. Let's start with I don't want that. All right. Okay. The most persistent. I thought this was going to be the biggest complainer, but you know. The most persistent person who is just, they're going to be here no matter what. Now, they may chew your head off while you're here. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm the boot camp instructor or just a participant. But this young lady came to us back in, I think...
Wait, are we talking the same records here?
Which one?
The most persistent is Maggie Sandoval.
Hold on, time out. Yeah, I
You can tell that's not scripted. We didn't have time.
All right, sorry. So this person isn't the most persistent. This is the person. This is the person that asks the most questions. Somebody who always wants to question everything. And now we found out why. So earlier today I received a gift. And the gift is Survival Guide to Mission Peak Fitness Boot Camps. And she really touched my heart, still does, and she's been working so hard and being consistent and persistent with everything, and despite all the things that happens in our lives when we have families and all those other things, she still keeps coming and is doing a good job. Miss Maggie. So make sure you let us know what your t-shirt size is, and we'll get that for you. Say that again? Come here, come here. Come on, come on, come on.
It's not a 2X anymore, it's an extra large.
Yeah, you hear that? You know, we're loving that life. All right, so our other... All right, so we had another one for consistency. You know, these are your road warriors. I mean, these people are in here so much. We've given a couple of them keys and told them we're just going to set up the cycle, the circuit. You guys just come on in here and do your thing. So we want to recognize those people that have been very consistent. Meredith, come on up. Michelle, yes, come on up. And Maureen, come on up.